Hello, fellow developers. This is Andriy, and today I'm going to cover Flutter Code Push. Yeah, the news are that Shorebird, which is the single Flutter Code Push solution for now, is stable. So it's version 1.0, and today we're going to go through all of the process of installation and of initialization Shorebird in our existing weather app, which I created in the last video, and if you didn't check that video, here is the link. So we'll go through the whole process as detailed as possible. Of course, I will speed up video when we need to wait for some time for some installation, for some builds. Yeah, that's the plan. So about the code push, if you don't know what it is, so for mobile developers, it's kind of a painful thing to release applications, because every release requires some time to be approved by Apple or by Google, and yeah, this is not good. This is just painful. So imagine you have some bug in your code and you basically need to hotfix it, but you still have to wait for application being approved. So here comes the Shorebird, and as you can see here on this page, Shorebird is built to comply with Apple and Google policies, so it should be definitely fine. So buckle up and we will start now. So as Shorebird is the tool for developer, we will open our console to verify that we don't have Shorebird installed. And to install the Shorebird, you just need to run this simple curl command to install the Shorebird. So now we need to wait for some time. It's about 2-3 minutes. Of course, if you have stable internet connection, to install the Shorebird. Just while we're waiting, I can say a few words about the tool, how it works. So Shorebird is a custom Flutter interpretation. So guys who developed Shorebird, I'm pretty sure you know their names. As if you are familiar with Flutter community, of course. So they created a custom Flutter interpretation where they did some changes to the engine. Also, they have a backend part. So basically, Shorebird can give you the opportunity to create patches. So it will help you to release application. And then if something is wrong with this release, you can make a patch, and this patch will be delivered exactly to the user without submitting to Google Play or App Store, and user will receive the changed version. It was done by this custom Flutter interpretation, this engine changes, and this custom, not a custom, just a normal backend, which is which is storing all of these patches and releases. So this is like a super easy explanation, short story how the Shorebird works. So when you use Shorebird, you don't need to use Flutter commands anymore. So maybe when you develop, of course, something, then for releases and for patches, you just use Shorebird instead of Flutter. It's totally safe because Shorebird is using latest Flutter version under the hood, and team is kind of supporting latest versions always. So, and also those developers who created Shorebird, they are super reliable. Well, now it looks like installation is done. So let's jump into the next step, which is verification that Shorebird is installed. So for that, I will simply run Shorebird in my command line, and voila, we see that we have this help text with all available commands. So now I'm going to run Shorebird version. Yes. So as you can see, there are not that many commands. It's about 10 or so. So Shorebird version is just to verify that we are using the latest Shorebird, which is 1.0, and latest Flutter, which is 3.19.5. It also includes the commit hash. Okay, and also the next step is going to be we need to log in or sign up to the Shorebird system. I've chosen Google, and Shorebird provides the link which you need to copy paste to your browser and do some actions there. So I'm not going to share this for this video, but it's super straightforward. Just copy paste this link and proceed in your browser, which I will do right now. Yeah, so we came back from the browser, we pressed some buttons, and we see the message which is welcome to Shorebird, you are now logged in, and your email. So I think initialization part is almost done. So we are logged in using our Google account, and the next step is going to be checking if our Shorebird is healthy. So I run Shorebird Doctor, which is pretty similar to Flutter Doctor, just to verify that everything is green, everything is good, and we can proceed with initialization already in the app. So here we wait a bit. No issues detected, we can proceed. Yes, now you can see what's left from the authentication page, and we now are going to open shorebird.dev, the website I showed you before, and we go directly into the console. So yes, it will open the new tab, and here you see my old app, which I'm going to remove just to show you the fresh flow, so to say. And if you open the console without apps, it shows the getting started page, which is pretty convenient. So for the fresh start, you already can follow those steps, which I'm actually doing right now, and yeah, it's not a problem. Now I want to go directly into the weather app folder. Yeah, you know what? I think we can jump directly into the project. So here, as you remember, we have this weather application, and I will proceed in this command line here, and we can start with the initialization. So all we need to do is run shorebird init. How should we refer to this app? So we need to write the app name, which is weather app. Yeah, that's it. So everything is done. So Shorebird is initialized. Let's see what happened on the project level. So for that I will, let's check the console first. Let's open the console again, and yeah, you can see that weather app is already here. It has no releases. For collaborators we need to upgrade the plan, but of course we will use the free one for now. And yeah, so we are good. And from the project perspective, what was changed? So for that I'm going to just run git status, and you can see, of course, some pubspec YAML log, but what we see here, that the new file was added, which is called Shorebird YAML. And this is basically a configuration file which includes the application ID and some commented parameters like auto update false. So you can basically specify this auto update flag. So if it's false, probably you will need to use Shorebird pubdev package. This is for like updates. So if you receive the new patch, this Shorebird package can verify that there are some new patches. So for now, auto update is true. And what we're going to do now, we're going to release or create the first release. So yeah, we checked the app version, which is 1.0. And now we're going to run Shorebird release. Okay, something is wrong. Yeah, sure, of course, you need to specify the platform. And we're going to Shorebird release Android. Sorry, I'm just Android person, I like it more, and we'll test everything on Android. By the way, Android was stable quite a while for Shorebird, but the reason why it was not stable was iOS, of course. So now iOS is stable as well, and they changed the version to 1.0. So we're building the new release now, and this takes some time. Okay, now it's ready, ready to create a new release. Yeah, well, let's update the page, the console page. Okay, nothing is happening. Let's come back and try to open it again. No, still no release. Yeah, what's wrong? Okay, let's come back from the Shorebird page. Yeah, here everything is good. Okay, yes, I see. So it actually asks the question, would you like to continue? Of course, yes, I do. Now, finally, we can finish the release. Updating release status, and yeah, release 1.0.0+1 is done, and we can update the page and we see the release. So when you open the release, you can see all of the patches, some insights like amount of installs, of course it's daily analytics, the artifacts for this release. So yeah, just the normal release page. Now I just want to avoid to have application which was created by Flutter run here. So I'm going to delete weather app. And what I'm going to do now, I just want to use only Shorebird commands. So if we want to run the application, I'm going to run Shorebird preview. Here I have to choose the release, which is single release 1.0.0+1. And this command will install this specific release to my device. So you remember our screens, here we grant permission, yeah, and we can see the weather forecast. So now this release is Shorebird created release. So I'm going to stop preview command for now. So let's check our first use case for using Shorebird. So imagine we release something and designer come and say like, I want to change some colors like immediately. So this is something I'm doing right now. I want to change the colors and I want to release it right away. So what we're going to do. And what I'm doing now, I'm changing the colors in the app and I will try to patch our release and see if it will help me. So I changed some colors and now I can run Shorebird patch command. Oh, sorry, again, the same It has to be Shorebird patch Android. Shorebird patch Android, yes. So now we build a patch, and theoretically, if everything is fine, fingers crossed, this is going to change our app appearance automatically. So we don't need to install app again. It will go to Shorebird backend, take the patch, installs it automatically to device, and yeah, we will see kind of updated version of the application. So as you can see, it works pretty fast. So we're creating new artifacts. So if you like to go to continue, yes, sure. Now we upload the patch and we published it. Let's check the console. So after I update this page, I can see patch 1 and the indicator live, which says that our patch is running. Okay, everything looks good. We can also deactivate the patch. Yeah, we are ready to go. So for that, we need to restart the app. Here's our weather app. Okay, but for me, color looks the same. Maybe it could take some seconds to install the patch. Yes, here. No, still wrong. Probably I did something wrong in the code. So let's try again. No, still not working. Yeah. Let's try to figure out. Let's check our styles, and here we can see that our scaffold background color has to be different, so it has to be shade 600. So yeah, I just messed up the colors, and we can create another patch, which is cool. So I'm going to create another patch with different scaffold background color. Yeah, so for now everything looks straightforward. I hope it will work now. So it's definitely not a Shorebird issue, it's just me being silly a bit. And yeah, I just want to show you experience without cutting, and yeah, hope you understand. So every developer has some shame moments. Yeah, we create artifacts. Yes, of course, I would like to continue. And yeah, creating a patch, uploading artifacts. Yeah, patch 2 is created. So let's update the page. We have patch 2 active and patch 1 inactive. Let's just restart the app. Still not. Okay. Now I feel a bit nervous. Yeah, now you can see that scaffold color was changed. Yeah, so it takes some time to download the patch and install it to the device, of course. So yeah, and this was the first use case, which I don't like. So we didn't fix a bug, we just make some UI change. So I think Shorebird is not supposed to be for that. So now what I'm going to do, I already changed the key for JSON response. I'm going to break the app and release a new patch. So we changed the key, so potentially our app will stop working, so we will not see the weather forecast. And this is a bug. This is something which could happen in the real life, and I think for most of you this happened for some point. And yeah, now I'm going to create another patch with the broken version of weather application. Okay, let's wait for this patch to be created. I think, yes, we're going to proceed. And this is actually the second use case which I want to cover. Yes, let's restart the application. It's so funny when I try to break it. Okay, it still works. Let's try another one. Yes, open. So we see the progress. As you remember, we don't have any error handling, and looks like our application is broken because there is no such key as DTTX, and yeah, we cannot show the weather forecast. This is something what we did, and yeah, it could happen with the real app as well. And yeah, what should we do? Should we wait for long review process? Yeah, we see that our patch 3 is active. Basically, you can try to, in this case, if you understand the patch is broken, you can try to deactivate the patch. Yes, we do it right now. So our patch number 2 is alive now, and we try to restart the application. So the message showed that even if you deactivate the patch, it means that for the devices who installed the patch already, it will be still active. So this is just to prevent to spread the issue for other devices, because of course patch install doesn't work like immediate thing, so it will take some time to install on every device. And as you can see, our application is still broken, so we would definitely need to release another patch. So I'm going to change back our JSON key, so now it looks correct, and I'm going to run Shorebird patch Android to create the fourth patch, which already has this hotfix, and we're going to deliver it to my device. So let's wait for patch being created. Okay, it's created. Oh, oops, something went wrong. Let's refresh our release, and yeah, we see that patch number 4 is created and published, and now we can again restart the app and probably one more time. Yes. Yeah, it's fixed. So we can say that our patch number 4 is up and running, and yeah, so we delivered a hotfix to the end user without submitting to Google Play or App Store. So yeah, Shorebird works perfectly. Now let's do something interesting. So I'm going to change now native code. Okay, it looks like it's Kotlin. I probably need to remove this Java thing. So this is going to be just val tag. So I'm trying to do something forbidden. I'm trying to create a patch which includes the native code change. And let's see what's gonna happen. So I'll just save a file to be sure, and I'm going to create another patch. So this is the place where I want to talk about Shorebird limitations. So if you want to create a new, if you want to change the native files, if you want to add new library, if you want to add new asset, you cannot create a patch. So as you can see, there is a warning that your app contains native changes. So the error message is pretty self-explanatory, and it says that no, we cannot do this. Of course, you can try, because it's like a warning, it's not an error, but yeah, of course, this is the limitation. So you cannot change the native code, and you cannot do new asset, of course. So let's go back to the shorebird.dev. We see that it was built by Flutter experts, Eric, Felix, Brian, and Eric. They did an amazing job. I would say this job was magnificent, because it's so like low-level programming, and what was done, it's just amazing. And for this job, obviously, as a company, if you are a successful company already, it would be nice if you pay for it. So there is a free plan, which is pretty useless for the big projects. So this 5K patch installs means that you cannot create 5K patches. Each install is like one device, one user. So if you have, for instance, 5,000 users in your platform, in your application, Android, iOS, doesn't matter, and you make one patch, so this means that you are done for this month. So all these 5,000 users will install the patch, and you cannot do anything else, which is also fine. So I think if you have 5K active users, you are able to pay $20 per month to have bigger plan. And you have to answer yourself for one question: why do you need Shorebird? And my opinion is that Shorebird is not for making some UI changes or for some A/B testing. This is like a safety belt. So imagine if you drive, you buckle up, not because you are expecting that you bump your car and hit yourself. Of course not. But for the safety, it's good to have it. I mean, it's necessary to have it. The same is about Shorebird. For safety of your project, if something will happen, you have it. So you can easily deploy a fix directly to the user, and this is awesome. So, but if you want to make UI changes, if you want to rebuild the whole application, this is not a good thing to do. So do releases, do patches, and happy coding. See you in the next video.